When I started making these character-specific videos, I started with Fubuki because despite her being one of the stronger characters in the roster, not a lot of people could figure out how to play her and kept calling her underpowered. It makes sense, since before Fubuki, while most of the characters had general specifications on what items you'd need to grab to be proficient with them, they all generally had the same mechanical play pattern of move away from the enemies and aim your weapon at them. Fubuki was the first character to pioneer the style of jumping into crowds of enemies and then jumping out again. I view Nakiri Ayame as something of the spiritual successor to Fubuki. We'll get to why in a bit. For starters, her starting weapon, Dual Katana, creates 2 slashes in front of her. She gets 2 more slashes behind her at level 5, allowing her to attack all around her, and at level 7, any targets she defeats has a chance to transform into spirits that fly around and damage other enemies. Her special attack, Spirit of the Oni, boosts that attack speed of her starting weapon, and does 2 huge slashes across the screen after a few seconds, damaging enemies. So it's clear with a melee starting weapon, and a special that boosts the haste of said starting weapon, that Ayame is a close quarters fighter, but her skills only encourage that playstyle even more. Her first skill, Nakiri, increases her speed the more enemies there are within 120 pixels of her. At max level, the max speed boost from Nakiri she can get is 80%. In addition, any enemies defeated within that radius will drop more XP for Ayame to pick up, so there's definitely incentive to get close to enemies. Her next skill, Lady of the Oni, boosts her haste every time she defeats an enemy with her starting weapon. In essence, by getting up close and personal, she is boosting her speed and XP gain, and with each target she kills, her rate of attacking gets faster, allowing her to kill more enemies faster, bolstering the cycle. Of course, diving into crowds of enemies without any defensive ability is generally a terrible decision, which is thankfully covered by Ayame's final skill. Ayame Defense Field, at max level, makes it so that if Ayame takes 4 hits of damage, she will become invincible for 4 seconds, shrugging off any damage she takes, after which she can't use the buff until it refreshes after 10 seconds. This skill is the reason why I say Ayame's playstyle is similar to Fubuki's. You're supposed to dive into a crowd, taking 4 hits and activating Ayame Defense Field, and then rely on Lady of the Oni to boost the attack speed of her katanas as she kills enemies, and when Ayame Defense Field goes down, rely on their speed boost from Nakiri to get out of the crowds and repeat. However, be careful, Ayame doesn't have the same raw DPS as Fubuki, so it's a lot easier for the crowd to overwhelm you. Obviously, items to boost your main weapon's damage will be good, so Piki Pika Pimon is a decent pick. Ninja Headband is also a great pick, since it not only boosts your speed, which is useful for Ayame's in and out playstyle, but it also increases the damage of Dual Katana. Breastplate is also another excellent item, since you'll be diving into enemy crowds a lot as Ayame, and its effect still procs even if Ayame Defense Field is activated. As for items to avoid, I would avoid Beetle, since Ayame has no skills that deal damage. So that's Ayame. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to let me know who I should cover next. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos, and happy holocuring.